Hello, my dear students. Welcome to Pratap.Palya YouTube channel. In this video, I will teach you NCRT Class 8th Geography Chapter 3 Agriculture. In this video, you will learn about different types of economic activities, learn about different kinds of agricultural activities, understand various farming techniques, to know different types of crops, learn about agricultural development. Students, agriculture is the art and science of growing crops, cultivating the soil and raising livestock. It contributes significantly to a country's GDP, that is the gross domestic production of a country. Agriculture provides most of the world's food and fabrics. It includes preparation of plant and animal products for people to use and their distribution to market. Transformation of a plant to a finished product involves three types of economic activities. These are primary, secondary, and tertiary activities. Primary activities include all those connected with extraction and production of natural resources. Agriculture, fishing, and gathering are good examples for primary activities. Now, secondary activities are concerned with the processing of these resources, manufacturing of steel, baking of bread, and weighing of cloth are examples of these activities. Tertiary activities provide support to the primary and secondary sector through services. Transport, trade, banking, insurance, and advertising are examples of these activities. Students, let us know about the farm system and types of farming. Agriculture is a primary activity. It includes growing crops, fruits, vegetables, flowers, and rearing of livestock in the world. Approximately 50% of persons are engaged in agricultural activity. Two-thirds of Indians' population is still dependent on agriculture. Agriculture or farming can be looked at as a system. The important inputs are seeds, fertilizers, machinery, and labor. Farming is practiced in various ways across the world depending upon the geographical conditions, demand of production, labor, and level of technology. Farming can be classified into two main types. These are subsistence farming and commercial farming. Dear students, let us know about the subsistence farming. This type of farming is practiced to meet the needs of the farmer's family. Subsistence farming can be further classified as intensive subsistence and primitive subsistence farming. Students, in intensive subsistence agriculture, the farmer cultivates a small plot of land using simple tools and more labor. This type of agriculture is prevalent in the thickly populated areas of the monsoon regions of South, Southeast, and East Asia. Students, now primitive subsistence agriculture includes shifting cultivation and nomadic herding. First, shifting cultivation. This type of cultivation is practiced in the thickly forested areas of Amazon basin, tropical Africa, parts of Southeast Asia, and Northeast India. These are the areas of heavy rainfall and quick regeneration of vegetation. A plot of land is cleared by felling the trees and burning them. The ashes are then mixed with the soil and crops like maize, yam, potatoes, and cassava are grown. After the soil lost its fertility, the land is abandoned and the cultivator moves to new plot. Shifting cultivation, also known as slash and burn agriculture. Now, nomadic herding. In this type of farming, herdsmen move from place to place with their animals for fodder and water along defined routes. Dear students, now commercial farming. In commercial farming, crops are grown and animals are reared for sale in the market. Most of the work is done by machines. Commercial farming includes commercial grain farming, mixed farming, and plantation agriculture. In commercial grain farming, crops are grown for commercial purpose. Wheat and maize are common commercially grown grains. Major areas where commercial grain farming is practiced are temperate grasslands of North America, Europe, and Asia. Mixed farming. In this farming, the land is used for growing food and fodder crops and rearing livestock. It is practiced in Europe, Eastern USA, Argentina, Southeast Australia, New Zealand, and South Africa. Now, plantation farming. Plantations are a type of commercial farming where single crop of tea, coffee, sugarcane, rubber, banana, or cotton are grown. It needs large amount of labor and also capital. Major plantations are found in the tropical regions of the world: rubber in Malaysia, coffee in Brazil, tea in India and Sri Lanka. Or some good examples. Students, now let us know about the major crops. A large variety of crops is grown to meet the requirement of the growing population. Crops also supply raw material for agro based industries. Rice. Rice is the major food crop of the world. It is the staple diet of the tropical and subtropical regions. It needs high temperature, high humidity, and high rainfall. China leads in the production of rice, followed by India, Japan, Sri Lanka, and Egypt. Wheat. It requires moderate temperature and rainfall during growing season and bright sunshine at the time of harvest. Wheat is grown extensively in USA, Canada, Argentina, Russia, Ukraine, Australia, and India. Millets. They are also known as coarse grains and can be grown on less fertile and sandy soils. It is a hardy crop that needs low rainfall and high to moderate temperature and adequate rainfall. Johar, bajra, and ragi are grown in India. Apart from India, other countries are Nigeria and China. Maize. It requires moderate temperature, rainfall, and lots of sunshine. It needs well drained, fertile soil. It is grown in North America, Brazil, China, Russia, Canada, India, and Mexico. Students, now cotton. Cotton requires high temperature, light and rainfall, 210 forced free days, and bright sunshine for its growth. It grows best on black soil and alluvial soil. China, USA, India, Pakistan, Brazil, and Egypt are the leading producers of cotton. It is one of the main raw materials for the cotton textiles industry. Jute. It was also known as the golden fiber. It grows well on alluvial soil and requires high temperature, heavy rainfall, and humid climate. India and Bangladesh are the leading producers of jute. Dear students, now coffee. Coffee requires warm and wet climate and well drained loamy soil. Hill slopes are more suitable for growth of this crop. Brazil is the leading producer followed by Colombia and India. And finally, tea. It is a beverage crop grown on plantations. It requires cool climate and well distributed high rainfall throughout the year for the growth of its tender leaves. Labor in large number is required to pick the leaves. Kenya, India, China, Sri Lanka produce the best quality tea in the world. Dear students, now let us discuss about the agricultural development. Agricultural development refers to efforts made to increase farm production in order to meet the growing demand of increasing population. This can be achieved in many ways, such as increasing the cropped area, the number of crops grown, improving irrigation facilities, use of fertilizers and high yielding variety of seeds. Many countries as developing the agriculture sector, both subsistence and commercial farming. Now, let us discuss about the agricultural development in different countries. One from developing country and one from developed country. Students, now let us discuss about a farm in India. You know very well, India is developing country. There is a small village, Adilabad, Gazipur. Munna Lal is a farmer having 1.5 hectare of land. He purchased high yielding varieties of seeds from the market every alternate year. His land is fertile and growing two crops. He takes advice of his friends and elders as well as government agricultural officers regarding farming practice. He takes a tractor on rent for plowing his field through some of his friends still using traditional methods of using bullock carts for plowing. He has two buffaloes and few hens. He sells milk in the cooperative store located in the nearby town. Dear students, all the members of the family help him in various farm activities. He takes credit from a bank or the agricultural cooperative society to buy HYV seeds and implements. He sells his produce in the mandi located in the nearby town. Since majority of the farmers do not have lack storage facilities, they are forced to sell the produce even when the market is not favorable to them. That is the problem of Indian farmers. But in recent years, the government has taken some steps to develop storage facilities. Students, now let us discuss developed country farm system. For example, a farm in USA. The size of the plant is about 250 hectares. Farmers usually lives in farm only. The major crops grown are corn, soybean, wheat, cotton, and sugar beet. Joe Horan, a farmer in Midwest, he is having 300 hectares of land. He used time to time he sends the soil samples to a soil testing laboratory to check whether the nutrients are sufficient or not. His computer is linked to the satellite which gives him a perfect picture of his field. This helps him to use chemical fertilizers and pesticides wherever they are required. Students, and also he uses tractors, seed drills, levelers, combined harvester and various agricultural operations. The farmer in USA works like a businessman and not like a peasant farmer. Students, I hope it is clear to you. If you have any doubts, please drop me a message in the comment box. Thank you.